Recipe developer and cookbook author Gina Ferwerda showed us how she makes her lasagna soup. Today, she shows us her recipe for Pappardelle pepper-crusted beef ragu.
Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make beef ragu. Normally I do a Pappardelle pepper-crusted beef ragu, but I say, you know what, grab whatever in your pantry. Today I had rigatoni, so we're going to go ahead and make that. So my beef ragu starts out simply with 2 pounds of a boneless chuck roast. I cut that up into just bite-sized pieces. I put that in, and all I do is add a little bit of oil to the bottom of a pan, and then I add salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And when I'm saying cracked pepper, I mean quite a bit of it. I love to kind of pepper crust all of these beef cubes. We're just gonna go about 3 to 4 minutes. All I wanna do is just really brown this meat, and then once it's browned, I add a little bit of this hardwood smoked soy sauce. It is so good, adds an amazing flavor. If you can't find this in your store, go ahead and add a little bit of soy sauce and liquid smoke. Once this is browned, so I pre-browned this already, we're just gonna go ahead and add this and put it in a little bowl, just like this. Now, we're not going to take all of the sauce out of the bottom. We want some of that left. And now we are gonna keep that about medium-high heat, and we're gonna go and add some butter into here, about 3 tablespoons, about a cup of onions. If you don't have, you can use white onions, Spanish onions. I had some leeks and some white onions. So right now we're kind of using whatever we have. Once we let that kind of get translucent, we're just gonna get all of the onions going. Here I have some celery, carrots, bell peppers, and some garlic. So just pretend this is all translucent. We now would add all of these extra vegetables and let those go. Oh, we are gonna smell some garlic here in just a minute. So once we let those go, probably another 4 to 5 minutes, we would then add our tomato paste. So we want to get that tomato paste kind of cooked out. So I add our tomato paste into this, just like this. Once that tomato paste is starting to cook out and get rendered down, all of this, we're gonna go ahead and add our beef back in. And make sure you add all the juices. That is so much flavor. Now, of course, I'm speeding this up. Normally, you're gonna let all that render down first. I just wanna show you everything that goes into it. We're gonna add about 3/4 of a cup of red wine, and then also some beef stock, about a cup and a quarter of some beef stock. And then we are gonna add a 28-ounce can of any type of tomatoes that you have. Say they're crushed, say they are puree, they're just whole, whatever, because we're gonna cook this about 2 to 3 hours until all of that meat is fork tender. So once we have all that in here, we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Here is a house seasoning that I do, which is salt, pepper, granulated garlic, onion powder, and smoked paprika. We finish it right here with, we do some bay leaves, some fresh thyme. You could use dried if you have it. We're gonna go ahead and put that lid on, bring that up to a simmer, put the lid on, and then put it down to low, like I said, 2 to 3 hours. After 2 to 3 hours, all we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the bay leaf. Okay, so done with the bay leaf. It should look just like this. You see how nice and thick and that is? Okay, so we're gonna take, of course, the pasta. It gets folded into that beef ragu, and then we are just going to serve it right here in our bowls. I like to add a little dollop of some ricotta cheese. Maybe we add a little Parmesan, or a lot of Parmesan if you like Parmesan like I do. And then we would love to add a little fresh basil. And this is a perfect Pappardelle or a rigatoni beef ragu. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking.